Angry noises there in the wake of the Delhi government who has been in firefighting mode and desperately trying to contain the spread of dengue. But the crisis is escalating with each and every passing day. The latest fatality is now a class 10 student who succumbed to the disease just yesterday, taking the death toll to 16 in the capital. Another 3-year-old child has also passed away at a private hospital. Meanwhile, there has been no let-up in the serpentine queues that have been witnessed outside most of Delhi hospitals as people are queuing up in large numbers to get themselves checked. Meanwhile, the Delhi High Court has also intervened in the matter. It has sent notices to the centre, the Delhi government and civic bodies of Delhi to list out all the actions taken to fight the disease. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia presided over an emergency meeting of all the 3 MCDs, the NDMC and the Delhi Cantonment Board to take stock of the situation on dengue. The Delhi government is also contemplating bringing an ordinance to punish private hospitals who have allegedly refused to provide treatment to patients in emergency situations. Now, the latest figures show that 281 dengue cases have been reported in the last 24 hours in Delhi. Anindya Banerjee joins us live now. Anindya, the dengue outbreak has also exposed the apathy and the casual approach of the hospital authorities. Now, with the intervention of the Delhi government and the High Court, do we see an improvement in the situation on ground, especially in the hospitals?
Hopefully, Avantika, that we'll see some improvement. But remember, this whole coordinated effort between the Delhi government and the civic bodies, both ruled by 2 different parties. There has been a political difference, we know, but when it comes to governance, there can't be any difference. It is governance that matters, and that has been lacking, and that's why the Delhi's are suffering. And it took the Delhi High Court's intervention, suo motu cognizance, for the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to pull up his socks, and also, to be fair to the Delhi government, the civic bodies didn't do its work properly as well. We have seen there has been criticism against the Delhi government that there has been crores spent on self-congratulatory ads, but no ads on the awareness campaign as far as dengue is concerned. But today we see ads like this on dengue awareness. Clearly there has been an effort for both on front of the Delhi government as far as dengue is concerned, as also the civic bodies. They are fogging in different areas, even including areas like Outer Delhi, where otherwise no civic bodies, even unauthorized colonies, Arvind Kejriwal very clear terms told in that meeting that let's also not look away the fact that they may be unauthorized colonies.
But Anindya, if I may just ask you, what has been the result of that meeting? Because clearly the authorities have woken up rather late. Differences aside, have they realized the enormity of the situation? Can we expect them now to work, together and try to contain the spread of dengue?
Indeed, it's very late. If they have woken up late, both the Delhi government as well as the civic bodies are concerned. But yes, they have woken up. That's a good part, and also a very important piece of information, Avantika, here, that 2 super specialty hospitals, one in Janakpur, another is Tiharpur, they were lying vacant because they were absolutely for specialized treatments. We broke this information yesterday that how can it happen when at a point when there's absolute crunch of bed. Waking up to that a piece of information that India Today broke. Today, the Delhi government has announced that those beds will also be used. It's as much as 950 beds into the 2 hospitals, and very quickly additional 400 beds will be accommodated come Sunday.
All right, Anindya, thanks so much for that update. It has taken 16 deaths, for the government to realize the seriousness of this particular matter. Let's also just take you through the 5 developments with regard to the dengue crisis in the capital. As we were mentioning, the Delhi High Court have intervened in this matter. It has, in fact, even sought a response from the centre and the Delhi government on the steps that are being taken now to tackle the dengue menace. The Delhi government is to increase beds by 20% in private hospitals, and it is also monitoring its fogging program. Remember, an extensive fumigation has already started in most parts of Delhi by the MCD. Other preventive measures are also being taken. The government is even consulting private practitioners for any help, and awareness program has already begun. We are seeing a lot of advertisements on the TV and in the newspapers as well, just to caution the public about the spread of dengue. But you know, it's the civic mess at several areas in Delhi that has contributed to this deadly outbreak of the disease. Residents in many areas have always lacked basic amenities, but the surging number of dengue cases has clearly spread alarm. India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai visited most of these localities and hospitals battling the dengue deluge, and this is what he got to see.
As dengue spreads, so is the pressure on the hospital system. I'm here at the Valmiki Hospital. It's about 15 kilometers away from where we were in the Mahavir colony in outer Delhi. Let's find out the situation here as the hospital staff grapples with the problem of dengue. We are here with Dr. Kirti Bhushan. He is the medical superintendent at Valmiki Hospital. Doctor, how difficult is it at the moment for you to cope with the pressure of patients who are coming in complaining of dengue?
देखिए, कुछ हमने अपने रूटीन सर्जरी थोड़ा सा पोस्टपोन किया है जरा सा, लेकिन अभी तक हम अपने जो रिसोर्सेज हैं, जो मैन पावर है, उसको हम फुल्ली यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं. हमने सबकी छुट्टियां भी कैंसिल कर दिया है, सभी को हमने ड्यूटी पे बुला लिया. अभी तक हम इसको मैनेज कर पा रहे हैं.
मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूं क्योंकि जब मैं कुछ देर पहले महावीर कॉलोनी में था तो वहाँ लोगों की एक कंप्लेंट थी कि कभी-कभी यहाँ जब गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में आ रहे हैं तो उनको यहाँ से निकाला जा रहा है, कहा जा रहा है कि जगह नहीं आपके लिए, आप प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल जाइए.
नहीं, अभी हमारे यहाँ तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमको भेज रहे हो प्राइवेट के अंदर में, लेकिन अगर फिर भी कोई जन है तो आप उनको भिजवाइए, पर मीडिया प्रचार करें भी, जिसको अगर जरूरत है तो वो महर्षि वाल्मीकि हॉस्पिटल में आ सकता है, जाँच करा सकता है.
कब से बुखार हुआ? कब से बुखार? कितने दिन हो गए बुखार हुआ?
हफ्ते भर के करीब हो गया. हफ्ते भर के करीब हो गया सर.
हफ्ते भर से बुखार हुआ. A sense of worry among people, but the hospital staff says they are confident that they can manage the intake of people. In fact, I see that there are empty beds here. So this is a rare hospital in that sense, because we've gone to other government hospitals in the last week where there has been an overflow of patients. So clearly this is the situation on ground zero in the dengue capital of the country. We've come to the Harish Chandra Hospital here in Narela. It services an area of more than 3 lakh people, and we have been told by locals that this is one of the worst hospitals when it comes to facilities for combating dengue. Let's try and find out.
हम 3 दिन से लगातार रोज हमारे पेशेंट को वापसी भेज देते हैं, वापस ले जाओ, ये हो जाओ. उनकी प्लेट इतनी कम हो गई है.
नहीं, वो कह रहे हैं वापस जाओ, क्या जगह नहीं है क्या?
मतलब कुछ नहीं, दाखिल नहीं कर रहे. उनकी इतनी हालत सीरियस है, शुगर वगैरह भी है, प्लेट भी बहुत कम हो गई है उनकी.
As you can see, there are very few beds here in the hospital. Patients are having to share beds, 2 to a bed, often 3, 4, and that is the condition at the moment of this hospital. Clearly, the facilities here are inadequate for a population of almost 3 lakhs of Narela. क्या ये सही है कि डेंगू के पेशेंट्स को इस हॉस्पिटल से कहा जा रहा है कि यहाँ जगह नहीं है, आप कहीं और जाइए?
ऐसा नहीं है. क्राइटेरिया है पेशेंट के. हर एक पेशेंट को रखा नहीं जा सकता, क्योंकि अगर हर एक पेशेंट को गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल रखेगा तो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल.
सो यू आर सेइंग सम पेशेंट्स आर कमिंग जिनको केवल बुखार है लेकिन डेंगू नहीं होगा, फिर भी वो यहाँ रहना चाहते हैं.
जी, ये फोबिया है.
हाउ डू यू कोप विद दिस इंक्रीज प्रेशर ऑन द सिस्टम? क्लियरली देयर आरंट इनफ डॉक्टर्स एट द मोमेंट और इनफ बेड्स टू कोप अप विद द रश ऑफ पेशेंट्स.
मैं भी हेल्थ इंस्पेक्टर रहा हूँ. अगर 15 दिन में डॉक्टरों का इंतजाम है ना यार, पब्लिक मर जाएगी तो उस व्यवस्था का फायदा क्या होगा? व्यवस्था को सुधारना तो तुरंत है ना.
As you can see, life here is not easy for the doctors or indeed those who are coming in. The pressure on the hospital system, on the public hospital system, is such that it truly is creaking at the moment. For Ground Zero Dengue, this is Rajdeep Sardesai.
Well, the outbreak of dengue clearly has exposed the, very shameful reality of India's medical structure. And as the deadly disease is spreading thick and fast across the northern part of India, internationally renowned sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik has created a sand sculpture on dengue awareness. The sculpture has written the messages, quote-unquote, "Stop Dengue, Act Now." Stay tuned. We are slipping into a short break.